Welcome ESL to the second sprint race of week 13, the last race of the season. So much is on the line. A championship is at stake between Mitchie O'Brien and Rhett Sawyer. AMK Ski was the race one winner. He's looking to play spoiler. The track is at 97 degrees, 16-mile-an-hour winds. It's a tad cooler than yesterday. Will it have an effect in the qualifying times? But it is pretty windy. Ski has been on a tear as of late. He has won 3 in a row, looking to win 4 in a row. He is not in the hunt for the championship, so he is just going to try to play spoiler. As he crosses the line and gets ready for his first lap around in Phillip Island. So 72 goes around turn 4. It's going to be interesting to see where that 72 of Ski ends up next season. What team is going to grab this free agent? He's definitely going to be a hot commodity for in the offseason. As he goes around the last 2 turns. What type of lap time will he lay down? And it's a Randy Pierce right now on top of the leaderboard. Mitchie O'Brien is in second. Rhett Sawyer is in 19th. And that is not the first lap the number 32 wanted to lay down. He needs to lay down a better second lap. Can Randy Pierce hold on? To the pole. Like I mentioned a little bit while ago, the track is slightly different than yesterday as far as wind and temperatures. So is that having an effect on the qualifying here? As Pierce goes around the final 2 turns. Who will win the pole in race 2? As Pierce crosses the line. And it's AMK Ski on the pole. Randy Pierce second, O'Brien third, Cordell Walker fourth, Rogalowski fifth, Holman sixth, Ducky Zoom seventh, Houston eighth, Reside ninth, Justin Chris rounds out your top 10, and Sawyer finishes ninth, qualifies a 19th. He has a long road ahead of him. And he needs a lot of things to go his way in order to hold on to that points lead, which is only 19 points. But Mitchell O'Brien qualifying in third does not help either. But the 40 did what he had to do. Qualify, have a good qualifying run. Qualified in third. But the 72 continues his hot streak. Can he win this race and make it 4 in a row? I'll be back in a few minutes for the start of the race. We are back and we are underway here at Phillip Island. Can Randy Pierce make anything happen? Mitchell O'Brien's gonna try to battle Randy Pierce here for second. Mitchell O'Brien on the outside. We also got to keep our eyes on Rhett Sawyer, see what's going on with him, as he has so much work ahead of him currently in 18th. He's just trying to pick off a ton of spots as he can early on. Is going to be his best time to try to gain as many positions as he can. There's just so much traffic in front of him. Using the inside of Lotus Lee, actually the outside. And Ski is your leader. Pierce in second. O'Brien in third. This is a sprint race, so it's only 13 laps. Can't make no mistakes today, especially for the 40. Right now, he's in great position to win the championship. As Rhett Sawyer loses a spot, moves down to 19th. Swift in the inside, almost made contact there. That was pretty close. And Justin Reeside off the track. It looks like he missed his braking zone. And yes, he did. Once he gets on that grass, he cannot save it. Gets into the sand and into the tires. Hits the tires pretty good. That's right on board the 78. That's a perfect example of making a mistake. And that's what the 40 can't do. As the top three are pretty close together here. The Ski is not pulling away, but he is still in the lead. Matt Sawyer still in 18th. Tyler Rogalowski with the fastest lap so far. As we are only 2 laps in. Randy Pierce trying to look for an opening to get by that 72. It's going to be tough. That 72 has been extremely fast these last few weeks. First is Ski, second Randy Pierce, third is O'Brien, fourth is Tyler, fifth is Walker, sixth Dougie Zoom, seventh Bryson, eighth Caleb, ninth Justin Chris, and Juan Fangio rounds out the top 10. Ski seems to be pulling away slightly from the 006. O'Brien would love to gain another position, but he needs to be smart if he's going to make a move, because you don't want it to cost you and cost you the race if you make a bad move. We saw what happened to Reeside earlier. See O'Brien get a little loose. As we check on your points leader, Sawyer still in 18th, really not making up too much ground here. As you see some tire smoke, I think that was from Marco Swift. Ski with about 0.3 of a second over Pierce, but he seems not to be able to pull away. Pierce keeping it very close. He is definitely in striking distance. Pierce looks to the outside going into one. He almost sends it in there. That was pretty close. That's definitely the part of the track you want to try to make a move if you can. Heading into one with all that momentum, if you can get to the side, you have a shot to make the pass. Supercars has definitely been a great series. It's just has so many different race types. Is what makes it very interesting. That makes it hard as well. I know drivers and owners will learn from what they see and improve for next season. And Pierce goes to the outside of the 72, but just cannot get there. Almost got to the side, was going to be able to make the pass. Pierce has had a few solid races this season. He had 1 win, 1 pole, 6 top 5s, and 8 top 10s. Pretty solid for the 006. He is currently 6th in the points. So we know Pierce has some speed. Let's check on the number 32. Still in 18th. And we're just about halfway through this race. So time is running out and running out pretty quick. O'Brien still in 3rd. Now it seems like we're having a little bit of cloud cover. We'll see if this starts to change the track a little. We'll see if the track cools down some. Now it looks like the number 30's in trouble, and he is off the track. Looks like he got into that sand, got a little wide on the turn. And yes, he got into that sand and spins out. That's like driving on ice. You're going to lose total control. You can see the sand just kick up in the air. He just loses control. I know these other drivers, Mitchie's looking at that, but man, I do not want to make that mistake. All he needs to do is keep those 4 wheels on the track, and he will win this championship. Definitely don't want to get too overly aggressive with only a few laps to go. Just be happy to stay where you at. You know, you could lock up the championship if you do not make a mistake. As we head around turn 9. Ski still in control. Pierce has gotten there a few times, but could not make the pass. That's right on board the 40 for one lap. O'Brien still in third. No one's really close to him, in front of him or in the back, which is good. He's not going to feel any pressure of having to make a move. The ski continues to lead. Pierce seems to be gaining a little bit of ground. The track is starting to cool off as we have quite a bit of cloud cover now. So we check on the 32 as he is currently 17th now because of what happened to Gonzalez. Sawyer gained a spot. Pierce taking a little peek to the outside as we go around 9. And O'Brien has caught up to the top 2. It's a 3-car race for the win. This is the part of the track that if you can gain enough momentum, you might have a shot to make a pass. Can Pierce find an opening, or will the 72 make a mistake? Tyler Rogalowski still with the fastest lap in the race. He is currently in 4th. A little broadcasting note. Tomorrow is the 1987 NASCAR Series. It will close out the season, and then it'll be next gen either Saturday or Monday as 4 drivers go head-to-head for the championship in that series. That'll definitely be fun. As ski rounds around the final turn. Two laps to go. Does Pierce have anything left for that 72 to try to make a run? Takes another little peek to the outside. It's going to open the door. He gets very wide. Too aggressive. Gets off the track. He gets off the track. Gets too aggressive. Man, oh man. This you can't get too overly aggressive. That's when mistakes happen. Now Mitchie O'Brien is in second. Pierce has fallen all the way down to 19th. But what does Pierce do? I mean, you're not in the hunt for the championship. You really just want the win. So he just got a little too aggressive there and it cost him. But, I mean, he had to try something. Can Mitchie get by the 72? This would be the perfect way to close out the season. As the track has started to cool down to 92 degrees. As 72 goes around the last turn. And the white flag waves last lap at Phillip Island. Ski trying to go for 4 in a row. Mitchie trying to close out the championship. They go around turn 2. This is where a few cars had a few slip-ups here. Came off the track. Just got to play it safe here. Make no mistakes. But Mitchie O'Brien, he is trying to find an opening to try to get by the 72. But how aggressive does he want to get here? As we go around turn 6. And we are halfway through this lap. As they head into turn 10. Mitchie's all over that 72. Wishing he could get some type of opening, but it doesn't look like he's going to get there. As the 72 rounds the last turn. As AMK Ski wins at Phillip Island, wins 4 in a row. And Mitchie O'Brien is your Season 10 Supercars champion. Heck of a run by the 40. He did exactly what he had to do today. Have a good qualifying run. And have a good result in the race. And that's exactly what he did. Almost perfection. All he had to do was win the race. That would have been the perfect way to close out the season. But he finished second. You can't ask for nothing more than that. Red Sawyer finished in 16th. It just wasn't his day today. But I'm sure that 32 will bounce back for next season. But congrats to the 40 of O'Brien and the Brew Crew team. O'Brien is off to start his new team next season. I know that he's going to be a loss for the Brew Crew, but I'm sure they're excited for him and see what he can do on his own with his team. But I'm sure he'll be able to compete next season as well. And he gives the Brew Crew a championship on his way out. I mean, you can't ask for a better story than that. Brew Crew has a good Supercars program. I mean, towards the end, it really started to pick it up, especially O'Brien. That car definitely had a ton of speed in the last few races. And that's when you really have to get hot towards the end. Just keep yourself in striking distance most of the season. And as long as you do that, you have a shot at the end. If you catch fire, if you get extremely hot on a hot streak, this is what can happen. And O'Brien did just that. Congrats to him. It was a fun one here at Phillip Island and a great way to close out the season. Like I mentioned earlier, just a programming note. 1987 will be tomorrow. Next gen will be either Saturday or Monday. I will let everyone know probably Friday night if I can what day the next gen race will be. But like always, thank you for supporting the league and the stream. I will see you guys next time.